Good morning, we'll talk tomorrow. Hope you guys know my show I made earlier. What do you eat? I'm eating my breakfast, my eggs, my scrambled eggs. Three more days off when I work. Yeah. Just day off Monday, Tuesday. I work Wednesday again, right? And next Sunday I get paid. Obviously. Yeah. So Scotch will blow out the water. Yeah, it will, man. It'll blow out the water, Scotch source. It's an independent film studio, but it's better than Hollywood, right? Yeah. All the Hollywood actors will know, yeah, Sky Source is the only independent studio that's actually better than Hollywood. Yeah, Ivan and Media are the bank that can put out bigger budget movies and pay us more money. That's what all the Hollywood actors are going to say, obviously. Right? All the agents, obviously. The Ivan and Media are the bank that can pay you more money, give you better perks, and they're making bigger budget movies than even the Hollywood companies. As Hollywood, they peak at like 350 million for a movie, sometimes 400, but they peak usually at 350 Hollywood for big budget movies. Because I'm making the Great Escape for like 800 million and Xanus for $3 big. Like my company's blowing out of the water right now. Yeah. 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 Yeah, if your company's independent, yes, it is. My company is independent from the Hollywood business, obviously. Just like George Lucas, Lucasfilm was independent too, but it was still a big studio putting out big budget movies, right? Sky Source is what? Independent but better than Hollywood. Yeah. So finally hit all the chosen actors when they work on my movie. Yeah. Ivan's company is like Hollywood on steroids. It's the new Hollywood. Yeah, it's the new Hollywood. It's Hollywood on steroids. It's better than Hollywood. It's like Hollywood but better. Yeah. Better perks, higher paying work, crazier fame, bigger budget movies. This is Hollywood on steroids. Yeah, it's Hollywood on steroids, obviously. That's why they're all going to beg, obviously, that want to work for me. Yeah. Yeah. That's why they're all going to beg Ivan. Yeah, they're all going to tell me, Ivan, we don't want to go back. We want to work for you. I'm like, I know, guys, but you deserve it. You're going to go back home. Let me, I get it. Don't say, yeah. They're really going to beg, though. Yeah. But Ivan, you really think Ben Affleck and Matt Damon and Keanu Reeves and Scarlett Johansson won't beg? Those are big actors. Yes, even those guys are going to beg. Because they don't make that money in Hollywood. They don't make that. Those guys peak at like 20 million in Hollywood, 15 million. They make on average 12, 15, 20 million in Hollywood for the movies, those guys. 10 million, that's how much they make. They sign like a $130 million deal for my movie. They don't make that money in Hollywood. No. $130 million deal, which is like a 95 million, about 197, 95 million deal in American money. But obviously, Matt Damon and Scarlett Johansson don't make that kind of money. They don't make that in Hollywood. They make like 20, 15, 10. How much they make. And I gave them much better perks in Hollywood. Don't forget that, right? The perks. And they never experienced that kind of crazy fame before. They were world famous on media. They were his famous movie stars. And they're going to beg too. Ivan, please, man, I don't want to go back. I want to work for you. They're all going to tell me, I want to work for you until I pass away, Ivan. I don't want to go back to Hollywood. Because they know I can pay them more money than what they make in Hollywood, right? Yeah, if I could be in Ivan's movie and make this kind of money for each movie, like, I'm going to be loaded, man. I'm making way more money than I fucking do in Hollywood. And I'll maintain my freedom. I don't have to do anything. Yeah, I want to be a movie star with Ivan and just have to be free and have freedom. Instead of being a dirty slave in the whole system, yeah. Yeah. That's why some of these actors might cry, Ivan, when you offer them that deal and they're like, Ivan, you're offering me all this money and like there's no strings attached to the contract. I'm like, no, I'm like, you're free. Get your freedom with me. They're like, holy shit, Ivan, thank you. You're a good man. They say I'm a good man because I did not let my power and my money corrupt me. Obviously. Yeah. Some of them might tear up a little bit right now. Yeah. That's not the main reason why they're begging. People gotta do it for money. The main reason is because they want to be safe. They don't get left behind, and my company will tell them why. That's why they're begging. And another reason is that, obviously. They know when they work for me, they're free and they have freedom. Yeah, I want to work for you and get paid all these millions, Ivan, and be free, man. And live that life with my girlfriend, my family, and have my freedom and be in Hollywood and be a cell, dirty slave, yeah. Ivan, you got us up. We don't want to go back, man. They might tell me that right now. It's not fair, man. You gotta sell. You pay us all this money. We get movies stars, you, and after that, you just ditch us and you move on to your next movie, and we're back in the hall system left behind. Yes, you get what you deserve. You're back in the hall system left behind. Oh, it's nice enough to save for this movie, right? But you're not good for the next movie. Yeah. 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 So they're blown away by their contracts of Hollywood actors. Yeah, they are. They're shocked because they don't make the Hollywood actors don't see that kind of money in Hollywood. In most cases, anyways, on average, they don't see that kind of money. That's why they're all shocked when they offer them that contract because they don't make that money in Hollywood, right? Yeah. That's why their agents want more because they're greedy, obviously. They want more of the back end, right? As the agents are, they're going to try and get a bigger chunk of the back end money. They don't really care that much about the front end money because the front end money is limited because I have a budget. They know I'm limited with the front end money. The back end is the unlimited money. That's why they want a bigger cut of that. The agents, obviously, in Hollywood. Of the game profits, merch profits, and film profits. They want a bigger cut of that. They know it's in the billions. That's why the agent managers want a bigger cut of the pie because they're greedy. I'm like, no, guys, you're a small on the water, you're getting greedy. You're starting to piss me off. I'm not going to overpay you. These guys have to do this. I'm sorry. Yeah. Yeah, man. I don't think the day's too cold. Yeah, so when I go pick up my smokes, I will not be that cold today, right? Today's my birthday, guys. I'm turning 10:34. They're gonna buy the cake for me today. Yeah. I finished James Bond. I watched Goldeneye yesterday. Goldeneye was a good movie. That's the best Pierce Brosnan movie. Goldeneye I liked more than To One Ever Dies and Die Another Day. I think Pierce Brosnan did another one too. I think he did 4 James Bond movies. I think, and Goldeneye is by far the best one. Obviously, that's the best one. It's better than Die Another Day. It's better than To One Ever Dies. Right? Goldeneye was a good movie. That's up there for me. That's a good movie. But I caught up on all the James Bond movies. Yeah, I see a difference in the evolution when I watch Sean Connery in the 60s and early 70s and Roger Moore in the 70s and the 80s. And then the Thomas guy in the late 80s. And all of a sudden you have the 90s. You have Pierce Brosnan. You see the evolution of the technology, right? It's a bit better than it was before, right? Yeah. 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 That's what the gates want to stop. They don't want to go to VJ. Yeah, if I even make those billions off his book, I know it's 20 million off his book. He stars on films with that money. Yes, I can. As a studio lot only cost me immediately a couple $100 million to build, right? We can put 350 to 400 million towards it. 350 is enough towards it, right? That's more than enough. Yeah, he's like, yeah, I can 350 million is enough. Yeah, 350 million is enough to build all the buildings. Our main office building will cost maybe 30 million to build. It costs that much. For $30 million, you can build a beautiful office. Whereas a game studio building, I might put a good maybe 75 million towards that, 80 million towards that. I put maybe 40 million towards my main office. Another 30 million towards the visual effects building. The money towards building the dock, where I park my yacht in the water, and millions towards where you park the jet. And then you also have the landscaping work, cutting down the trees, electricity, all that stuff, right? Yeah, you have to cut down the trees. If you want to have the golf course grass, you have to cut down trees. You have to do landscaping work, electricity. It's a lot of money. But 350 million is enough towards all that. Yeah. You also have to pay the construction guys, right? That's through the 350 million budget. You can pay the construction company a good like $5 million. That way you can pay all those guys a nice like $60,000 salary to build your buildings, and the owner will pocket a couple $100 grand for himself, maybe $250K for himself. It's a good paycheck for the construction company, because you have to pay the construction company, Ivan, to build your buildings. The guys have to get paid, right? Yeah, and I'll pay them a good like $5 million. That's a good deal for those guys. They might want more. I'm like, nah, man, $5 million's enough for you guys. That's enough to pay like 150 workers like 60. It's enough to pay like 100 workers a good $60,000 salary. That's a good paycheck. And the owner can pocket like $200K for himself, right? With the construction company in Vancouver, obviously. Yeah. How long will it take to build Studio Live? And I don't know, maybe a good 8 months to a year to build it. It's gonna take a while to build it, obviously. Yeah, we can get this done in like 10 months. And the house will take probably, 6-7 months to build too. It's gonna take a while to build that house. The house will take as long as the studio lot though. It's less work, it's only one building, right? Yeah. So build my house in maybe 6 months. 7 months to build my house, right? Maybe just house. And once it's all built, we do the reaction documentary and we do a tour of my house and the studio. He's like, oh my God, this is my dream. I love this house, Ivan. I love this studio. We own all this. Yeah, we own all this. Fucking crazy, huh? Yeah. Yeah. That's why Scott will blow out the water. Yeah. Well, the actors care about the rates. No, because even with the rates, they're still making more than what they're making out. Right? Even though Ivan's paying us in Canadian, we're still making more than what we're making out. We're still making more than what we're making out. That's my point, right? Yeah. But Keanu Reeves did make more for The Matrix than he's doing my movie, because for The Matrix he got paid $200 million in his American money back in the late '90s. He got like Keanu Reeves made like $200 million for The Matrix trilogy in his American money, because I'm paying him 200 something million in his Canadian money, so he's affected by the currency converter rates when he gets his American money, right? Yeah, 220 million is like 160 million in American money. That's still more than what he makes in Hollywood on average, right? Keanu Reeves only made that money for The Matrix. After that, he never made that kind of money. He was averaging like his 15-20 million for his movies, 10 million for his movies, Keanu Reeves, after The Matrix. For John Wick, I heard he got like 2 million, 3 million, 5 million. Yeah. But for John Wick 4, I heard he got paid a bit more money and he got a piece of the royalties. I don't know, but yeah. 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 That's how Ouija cries Ivan. Yeah, she got tooth out by the gates. That's why she cries. Obviously, she needs my help. Yeah, and she wants to be with me, and she wants to be with me. Obviously, that's another reason why she cries. She's separate from me, obviously. That's why she's crazy. EJ cannot do without Ivan O'Mara, who's her husband. Obviously, is why. That's why she cries. She's a crazy woman. Yeah. Yeah, that's why BJ cries. Yeah, she got two by the gates. BJ knows she can make her easy blades like me. She has the keys and she's got. She's special like me, and yeah, she's only worth $12 million. So what's going on? I have the keys. I'm only worth $12 million. The gates are guarding all the doors on her career. They lock the doors on her. Honestly, that's why she can't make her money. And that's how you know why they're gonna do it if you sell. That's why I came with keys. Or they don't do it, man. I knew they were gonna super me. I'm an idiot. Yeah. I knew they were super heavy. Let me see, guys. My goals just get more coffee. Back in the sec. Don't hate. Sorry for the wait, guys. I want to get my coffee. Yeah. That's something we do live in life, obviously. Or king, queen, right? Like the gates purposely damaged the ring. Of course they did. They hammered my head, knocked me on the rock. That's why I have a mental illness and I feel like coming out and all that stuff. And they wet my migratory justice. They wanted me to be dumb at school. That's why they knocked me off that rock. But the gift never went away. My father left the gift that way. The gift never went away. The gift never went away. That's why they were shocked when I was going to hack my laptop. Yeah. I remember when I hacked my laptop, I almost cried, man. I thought it was over, but then most of Volume 1 and 2 was saved on that computer, but Volume 3 was not saved I'm like, oh my god, I wrote down my note, I can rewrite it, and I rewrote the whole thing, and I'm stressed out. Back in 2021, this is 2021, right? 5 years ago. Yeah. Yeah. Also, we just probably, yeah, Jojo's just probably, honestly, she knows I found a way to make money from her. Everyone thought Matos was there. He doesn't have to sell the gates, he has the keys. He can make his billions. Yeah, it's 20, 30, 40, 50 million off the book. Something crazy. Yeah. So I might even make 30, 40, 50. It just depends. If most people buy the print, I'll make probably the 30, 40 million off the book, even more. But I guarantee you, Ivan, it's in the 20s, man. I make around some 20 something billion, like 20, 23 billion, 24 billion, something like that off the book. That's why VJ shocked. I was like, you're going to share that with me? I'm like, yes, VJ, I will. Relax, calm down. Yeah. Because VJ knows that's the only money she has access to. All her money in Hollywood she no longer has access to. And I got her out because I made the billions off the book. She shared the billions with me. We're living a life, obviously. He's like, we never have to work again with that money. I know that's enough money to last you for hundreds, thousands of years, man. As me and VJ are only going to be blowing a few million a year. 5 million, 6 million, 7 million a year we're blowing. So like $20 billion can last you hundreds of years, man. Yeah. Yeah. How much do you think you and VJ will blow on average every year? It just depends on the year. When we're working on the movie pre-production, we'll probably be blowing maybe 1.5 million, maybe a year, 2 million a year. And that's it. If we go on vacations, that's when it's like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 million a year. That year we blew. But it's not affecting the budget, it's pocket change. If you got 20 million in your back card. That's me, we just live in life, obviously. And you guys are epic. You don't want, we don't want you living like a VJ. You guys don't want me being king because we don't want you making your billions and controlling your money. You're too fucking powerful. Yes, I am powerful, but I deserve that life, guys. I craze this. I'm the heir. Yeah. Why did the gates lock the doors on you? Because they're envy. They don't want me touching the dime of their money. At the same time, they know I'm very powerful, obviously. Like, I'm so powerful whereby, like, I'm affecting the economy around the world. That's how powerful me and BG are. Ivan's too powerful to lock the doors on this guy. He can make his easy billions, man. Like, the world will gladly watch his movies and everything. He's too fucking powerful to lock the door on this guy. I don't want him being rich like that with BJ. Who does this man think he is, coming here from space in our house and taking my house away from me? Yeah. Why do they say taking your house away from you? Because if Ivy controls his money, the gatekeepers lost a bit of the power. They're still the gate gods, but they lost a bit of the power because they don't control Ivan's money. That's why God gave me the keys, so I control my money. Yeah, who's this man think he is, coming here with his hot wife and making all this money? Making all this free money. Lock the doors on this guy. Yeah, they're crazy people. My father gave me the keys though, so I couldn't make my billions. So they can't do me. Yeah. God gave you the keys, Ivan. You don't have to sell the gatekeepers. That money's yours. Yeah. Will VJ really give you that evil look, Ivan? Yeah, she will, Ivan. Wait for it, Ivan. She's gonna give you that evil look. Are you gonna share that money with me and all stuff? I'm like, yes, VJ, relax, calm down, you evil woman. Yeah. She wants a piece of the billions, obviously. That's why she's gonna give you that evil look. Because VJ doesn't have billions right now. She has millions, but she doesn't know what's like that billions in her bank account, man. Having billions in your bank account, like you have an unlimited like bank account, man. You get whatever you want, whatever jet you want, whatever cars you want, whatever clothes you want, whatever shoes, jackets. Like, whatever you want, you can afford. It's all pocket change, man. Yeah, that's why VJ wants a piece of the money. See, I'm gonna share those billions with me. Yes, I will, VJ. Relax, calm down. Evil, man. Yeah, man. Are you gonna share that with me, Ivan? I'm like, yes, I will, VJ. Relax, calm down. I'm gonna share that with you. Girl's fucking evil. Yeah, yeah. VJ, Ivan, with $20 million, we can start our own film studio with this money, Ivan. You can achieve your dream. Yeah, yeah, VJ, is that your dream? Yeah, Ivan, that's my dream. I want to be a movie star with you, Ivan. Okay, VJ, we'll start Skystar Entertainment together. We start Skystar Entertainment together. And the first movie I'm going to make is Last One. Yeah, if you turn your book into a movie, you're looking at a movie better than Lord of the Rings, Ivan. That's a masterpiece, Ivan. You wrote that? I'm like, yeah, holy shit. I love Chewbacca, Ivan. I love the character of the Ivan. I can't wait for Olivia Ivan. I know. She's all excited. You know. She's like, oh my god, Ivan. Like, I finally see the light. Thank you. And I finally have the control with you and the power with you, Ivan. You got me out of Hollywood. I'm free with you, Ivan. And I'm a multi-billionaire with you, and I'm boss with you for the movie. I don't have to go through the gatekeepers in Hollywood for my auditions. I'm the boss with you, Ivan. Now she's the boss with me now, BJ. She doesn't have to worry about the gatekeepers in Hollywood. Going through the gatekeepers in Hollywood for her auditions for the movies. BJ is the boss with me, obviously. Obviously. I'll be turning Xanus into a movie. My book, right? Yeah. 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 So Peter Jackson's a greedy guy. I know, yeah, he is. Watch out for the greedy Peter Jackson. Peter Jackson is a greedy pig guy. Greedy that guy. Though except he doesn't make that Hollywood, right? But he'll push for more money. But I'm like, no, Peter, this is enough. I'm not paying for money, so I'll be greedy. All right, that's a good deal for me. I'm just messaging, man. Sign me up. Yeah, Peter signs that contract. 1.6 billion deal. That's a huge deal for Peter Jackson, right? Getting paid. That's a good deal for him and his manager, man. I'm not paying you guys any more money, you greedy pigs. Yeah. Some sour. I mean, can I get more of that for the merch in the game? I read the movie. I'm like, no, Peter, man. What I'm paying you is enough. Stop being greedy. Some sour. I meant, like, this is going to be the greatest story. Oh, man, this is going to be better than My Lord of the Rings, I know, Peter. No, Ivan, seriously, man, I read your book, man. You're looking at a better movie trilogy than My Lord of the Rings, Ivan. I know, Peter. Like, you beat J.R.R. Tolkien. J.R.R. Tolkien's a legend in the field, Ivan, for books. He's like the greatest fantasy author ever, and you beat him, Ivan. Like, your book is better than Lord of the Rings. I know he's better than Lord of the Rings. Masterpiece, man. Yeah. Well, you bring Philippia Boyens on board. Maybe, because that's Peter's writing partner. But I mean, I don't need Philippia Boyens. Like Fran and Barry Osborne are enough. I don't need Philippia Boyens because I have Guillermo Toro and Peter and Fran helping me with the screenplay. I don't need Philippia Boyens. I don't need four co-writers. So it's like, but you could bring her on board if you want, pay her a good salary. But I mean, I don't really need Philippia Boyens. Obviously, we'll see what happens. Yeah, yeah. Well, Peter tell you the money will get drained. Yeah, he will. Yeah, Ivan. Like even though $3 billion is a lot, even though $3 billion is a lot of money, once like production happens and post production happens, the whole thing will get drained, Ivan. The whole thing will get drained, Ivan. Yeah, people talk that. as filming every day costs a lot of money to film scenes. You're draining. Yeah, Ivan. Once filming starts, a lot of the budget will get drained, Ivan. And the 600 million for post production will get drained, Ivan. The whole thing will get drained. People talking that, but it's unlimited. Yeah, Ivan, this is an unlimited budget, Ivan. I can afford whatever I want to do for the extras, and actually have 60,000 extras in my movie. I can do gatherings of 30,000 extras, 5,000 extras. The extras, I'm actually gonna have like 6,000 extras. I can afford it. That's why I have to put like a 200, like 30, 40, even 50 million dollar budget towards extras. Because it appears like, yeah, you got to put like a couple hundred million towards extras. Like, they're gonna drain you. They're gonna cost you tens of millions, Ivan. Like the war might take like 2.5 months to shoot, Ivan. That's gonna cost you tens of millions. That's why I might put maybe 240, 50 million towards extras. Before I said 130, 130 isn't even enough. You have to put like 240, 50 million dollars towards extras for the movie. Because they're gonna cost me tens of millions, man. With all those thousands of extras. That's expensive. I'll pay them all $180. Cost you when you film for like a month, that's like tens of millions of dollars, man. It's a lot of money. Here's all right, we could afford it with this budget. Like the world's actually gonna see like thousands of extra civilians in the movie, Ivan. The war too, yeah, it's unlimited budget, Ivan. I know, Peter. For years we couldn't afford this. We relied on CGI for the army, Ivan. Yeah, we had a couple hundred extras and we relied on our CGI for the war, for the orcs. So they didn't have the Lord of the Rings. Peter couldn't afford that, obviously. Yeah. They would tell me, Ivan, man, you like gave me a shitty $900 budget, Ivan. Like a shitty, like that budget is shit compared to this budget, Ivan. Like this is unlimited resources, unheard of technology. Yeah. You guys will be blown away by the technology of Xanus. Like all the extras. Like when you see the extras, it's actually like 30,000 like extras, 10,000 extras, 5,000 extras. Like it's actually like that amount of extras makes the movie better. With the war, I'm actually gonna have like extras in the war, not like applying CGI. A couple hundred extras applying CGI. No, it's actual real extras in the war too. That's why people was like, yeah, you're looking at a war better than my Helm's Deep. People tell me that. This is gonna be up my Helm's Deep, Ivan. I know, Peter. Mel will tell me that too if I choose Mel, right? Because I might choose Mel over Peter. Yeah. I just like talking about Peter more, right? He's a greedy pig. Yeah. 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 I mean, you don't think Xanus will blow the rings out of the water? No. It'll be very close, but Xanus will be a bit better. It'll be close though, because Lord of the Rings is a masterpiece, man. It's very tough to top that. But Xanus will be the better story. I know the story, and if you turn that into a movie, it will be better than Lord of the Rings. Especially when you hit Volume 3, right? People tell me, yeah, I mean, it's pretty close, but once you get to like Volume 3, that's when it surpasses my Lord of the Rings. Yeah, that's when it surpasses Lord of the Rings. Because you have a huge exodus like Prince of Egypt. Imagine that. And they journey through the caverns like Moria, and the devil bats are sleeping in there. Like, that's better. That's already epic. And you have Eretat's 20,000 demonic army. They arrive to the sarcophagus. They find out it's empty. Then they camp and everything. And Eretat talks about the deep past and everything, as you guys read. He was like, yeah, I mean, it'll beat up my Lord of the Rings. I mean, your Volume 3, The War in the North Time of the Axis, will be better than my Return of the King. I mean, yeah, it'll be better than Return of the King, Volume 3. Looking at a better movie than Peter Jackson's Return of the King. Obviously. And Return of the King is considered the best one among most fans, obviously. Most fans say Return of the King is the best one, obviously, right? Of the 3 movies. And a lot of them also say Fellowship, and most fans think Two Towers is the worst. Is it the Two Towers is the slowest of the 3 movies in terms of pacing? Two Towers is the slowest of the 3 movies, but for some reason it's my favorite. I like it the best, man. Two Towers is my favorite. I like it the best. Yeah, for some reason I just like it. I like the whole vibe of Two Towers. I guess I like the whole thing where they introduce Gollum and the people of Rohan and Gondor. That's all cool to me, obviously. And Return of the King I like the least. I don't like it as much as the other movies. But the fact that Return of the King swept the Oscars, that's how you know, and it made the most money, and most fans like it the best, obviously. They'll say Return of the King is their favorite one. I understand, because it's the most climactic. You have all the big wars in the end. Frodo destroys the ring. I mean, it's powerful. But Xanus will beat that. Volume 3 will be better than the Return of the King, man. You're looking at a better movie choice than Return of the King. Yeah, man. People told me, yeah, Ivan, your Volume 3 will surpass my Return of the King, man. It's deeper, more powerful, Ivan. Like, you have a 20,000 army. Like, they're devils, and they approach the city, and Eretat's like, there's no treasure here for us in Zafis. He takes chairs and jugs, throws on the ground in Eli's house. You know what I'm saying? Ivan, looking at a masterpiece, Ivan, and they journey through the caverns, like Prince of Egypt, like Moria, and he's like, Ivan, man, like, they're scared with torches. Oh my god, he's like, holy shit, this is epic, man. This is biblical level epic. Yeah, think something like Prince of Egypt. You get that vibe, right? That's why Peter's like, yeah, even the world's gonna fill for you guys, man. You're looking at a masterpiece, and you have the thesis scene. I almost pulled a sword for you. And you have the crazier shit later in Volume 3. I almost pulled a sword for you. Peter's like, yeah, this is gonna be a masterpiece. How did you call this one, Ivan? This is genius. This is a masterpiece, Ivan. I know Peter. No, Ivan, seriously, man, this is better than Jared Tolkien's Lord of the Rings. Nobody's better than Lord of the Rings. Masterpiece, man. This. Yeah, man. Yeah. That's what made me really good living the life, man. You're looking at the greatest movie ever made right now. Will Peter eventually agree that he wants everything to be devils? Yeah, he will. He knows I'm the boss. Yeah, I see what you're saying. If you have in the book they're called devils, you have them be the most heroic beings in history. It will create a more powerful story. Yeah, Peter. If you have rated R, the story's more powerful too. So you want Eritep to cut people's heads off and they feast on human flesh, Ivan? I'm like, yeah, Peter's Ivan, that's dark though. I'm like, Peter, do that way. It's a powerful story. The world's hooked. It's a masterpiece. Okay, Ivan. Yeah, Ivan, you're right. If it's rated R and you have everything with devils, it's a more powerful story like Passion of Christ. Yeah. And he's like, Ivan, man, you're looking at a match, man. This is going to be the greatest story ever told, Ivan. Oh, Peter, relax, calm down. Ivan, seriously, man. This is going to be the greatest story ever told, Ivan. I know, Peter. I'll say, this is better than my Lord of the Rings, Ivan. I know, Peter, Lord of the Rings, Peter. Yeah, man. That's why Xanus will be a masterpiece, guys, when you read it and when I adapt the movie. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the show. So I'm signing out. Peace. Peace out. No hate, son. Peace out.